When GPT-4 came out, I told you our jobs would be in deep trouble, and it has already started happening. So here, today, I bring you a list of 5 jobs that are under the dark shadows of irrelevancy. Let's begin. I never liked my maths teacher, but I never wanted him to lose his job. Yes, the profession of teaching is ChatGPT's first target. ChatGPT can already teach many subjects considering its vast knowledge base, yet it may produce some inaccuracies, but even those can easily be rectified in coming updates. Not only is ChatGPT smart, but it also saves the hassle for students. If you ask me, I never wanted to wake up by 6 a.m. in the morning to get dressed for school. Also, who likes doing homework? And Gen Z people, they already love to learn on the go. Education is not only about learning new things, but it also involves communication skills, idea sharing, problem solving, and learning how to move around in society. A chatbot can never provide all of these as a brick-and-mortar school does. But this is not that big or that important. The dark side of this AI regime on education is cheating. Gone are the days when classrooms were filled with traditional methods of cheating. Students would scribble notes on their desks, discreetly pass paper to their peers, or even resort to whispering answers under their breath. ChatGPT has brought about a new wave of cheating techniques that are both cunning and difficult to detect. In the quiet town of Hickory, North Carolina, a peculiar incident unfolded. It involves students determined to bypass the toils of studying, turning over to ChatGPT for assistance. This clever gadget could generate scripts and provide answers on various subjects. Little did the students know that their seemingly foolproof plan would ultimately lead to their downfall. Darren, a philosophy professor at Furman University, had assigned his students an analytical essay centered around an 18th century philosopher. Upon collecting and reviewing the essays, he stumbled upon AI-generated text. Some of the submissions seemed unnaturally polished, bearing the unmistakable mark of an AI's handiwork. The language, style, and structure were too flawless to be the work of a human mind. Intrigued and suspicious, Darren decided to put his theory to the test. He replicated the student's essay using ChatGPT, and to his astonishment, it matched the original piece almost flawlessly. The student was confronted, and reluctantly, they admitted to relying on the chatbot to craft their analytical masterpiece. This was not just one incident. Similar instances of AI-assisted cheating have been reported worldwide since the inception of these advanced chatbots. Educators and institutions face a new challenge in combating this insidious form of academic dishonesty. Yes, one solution to identify AI-generated content lies in developing an AI content detector, but when people have such accessible alternatives, they are more likely to opt for them. And I still cannot find an answer to the question that who is responsible for this growing moral bankruptcy? So, is the profession actually dying? Well, the teachers who use ChatGPT for planning their lectures think that it's not. They believe that human interaction is important for conveying lectures correctly. And yes, that is the case, but we might be hustling towards a time when virtual teachers become a reality. Now, I'm truly sad about this one. Art is something purely human, and I believe no virtual entity should have the power to replicate it. But since I'm not the president, I can only watch things happen in front of my eyes and grieve about them. AI, although, is seen as a catalyst for creativity in art. It has the ability to produce forms of art that are beyond human capabilities. It generates new ideas and a plethora of templates that serve as inspiration for specific projects or even broader artistic endeavors. However, a notable limitation is that AI lacks the ability to comprehend emotions. While it can create art, it fails to grasp the reasoning or narrative behind its own creations. The perception of AI-generated art varies depending on individual perspectives. Some argue that our definition of art heavily influences how we perceive AI-created works. Nevertheless, this should not hinder us from evaluating and appreciating art produced by machines. The concept of art created by machines or software has long been recognized as digital art. One early example dates back to the 1980s, when a digital artist named Harold Cohen developed a paint program named Aaron. This program enabled the machine to generate drawings on paper, marking a significant milestone in machine-generated art. In the 1990s, the introduction of software programs like Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop propelled digital art to new heights. These programs utilize machine learning and AI, known as Adobe Sensei, as integral components of their programming language. But again, even if the art was digital, it was still being made by humans. But I think a few years from now, creative originality will be deemed off as a far-fetched idea. Customer support people are not the ones who are about to be bankrupt. They already have. You would have already experienced calling or chatting with a company's customer service and having a robot answer. This trend will take over the last bits of human involvement left in the profession in the upcoming years. In the near future, AI-powered chatbots like ChatGPT are expected to become the main customer service channel for about 25% of companies by 2027. According to a study by Gartner, companies really want to save up money by reducing HR. These chatbots are always available and can actually replicate human skill level without major compromises. Nobody wants to hire people with human needs, and these chatbots are their best bet. Your next lawyer might be an AI chatbot. I'm not kidding. Because in the world of law, AI is gaining traction and could potentially take over certain aspects of the legal profession. AI technology has advanced to a point where it can process vast amounts of information quickly and accurately. This makes it particularly useful for tasks like legal research, which involves analyzing numerous legal documents and precedents. AI's ability to understand and analyze legal documents and contracts can help lawyers review and identify issues more effectively. It can detect inconsistencies, non-compliance, and potential problems, making the vetting process faster and more efficient. In areas like mergers and acquisitions, AI can assist in due diligence by extracting important information from large volumes of data. As an entity that aces in predicting legal outcomes by analyzing past cases and legal data, it can provide insights into the possible outcomes of ongoing cases, allowing lawyers to develop better strategies and advise clients on potential risks and chances of success. If AI can accomplish so much, why would anyone need a lawyer, especially considering how highly paid they are? I am sure someone out there is developing Lawyer GPT. Do you know that there is a new tool in the market called GPT Engineer? It can write all kinds of codes, make apps, and design websites for you. You can make it work if you have some knowledge of coding. This brings us to a point where we start to think that people who actually developed AI are also under the shadow of joblessness. Here's how I feel about it. In the grand scheme of things, it seems that the software developers are poised to reap the benefits of utilizing AI tools in the short term. These technological marvels serve as invaluable aids in lightening the load of tedious groundwork, such as setting up boilerplate code, crafting software tests, or even generating specific parts of applications. The aim is clearly to enhance the efficiency and expedite the software development process, ultimately striving to elevate the overall quality of our work. However, amidst this optimistic outlook, a sense of concern arises, especially for those individuals studying computer science or related fields. The worry stems from the fact that as AI tools become more prevalent, the demand for traditional hiring practices in the job market may decrease, particularly within organizations already comprising a multitude of seasoned engineers. Thus, it becomes evident that individuals venturing into this field must possess exceptional intelligence and a skill set boasting diverse tools. In this ever-evolving landscape, it is junior developers who will likely face the first wave of impact from AI integration. Gradually, AI systems will assume these entry-level positions that have traditionally served as a training ground for aspiring software engineers. This raises an important question that, will any junior developer jobs be left? It is a valid concern that warrants careful consideration. If AI takes over the bulk of responsibilities that junior engineers typically handle, how will fresh graduates gain the practical experience necessary to thrive in their field? The future seems uncertain, and even senior positions may face similar consequences in the long run. Considering that individuals in senior roles already encounter various challenges, such a scenario could potentially spell financial disaster. When I speak of the long term, it is not a matter of decades, but rather years, or even months. Change is happening at an astonishing pace, reshaping the landscape of the software development industry. Subscribe to Innovella for more blues from the world of AI. I've made a separate video on how GPT Engineer can hunt coders down. It's appearing on your screen right now. Click the thumbnail and I will see you there in a minute.